Hi guys, this is Shikha and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'll be sharing how to create this minimal makeup look using very minimal products. And also if you are someone who is beginner when it comes to makeup, or maybe you are someone who wants to start with makeup but then get intimidated by the fact that there are so many products in market and you have no idea where to start from, or maybe you are struggling to find right products when it comes to makeup. So I'll be sharing all of my tips and tricks which I have learned from last 4 years. I have been doing my makeup from last 4 years, and I've also had a chance to work with amazing makeup artists, and I feel like I have learned quite a lot of tips and tricks when it comes to makeup. So I will be sharing all of my tips and tricks and the techniques and how to choose right products when it comes to different skin types. So if you are someone who is interested in all those topics, please keep on watching. So to begin with, let's just forget about makeup and talk about skincare first, because to have a flawless base, you want to make sure you are doing your skincare properly, and for that you have to know what kind of skin type you have. So either you have dry skin, oily skin, or oily to combination skin. Personally, I have very sensitive oily to combination skin, which gets oily the most over here and over here during summer season, but other than that it's normally like combination skin. So if you have dry skin, you want to make sure that you are using a right moisturizer which gives proper hydration to your skin so that your makeup doesn't dry out. And if you have oily to combination skin, you want to make sure that you are not using a lot of oil based product, because your skin is already producing a lot of oil, and if you apply again an oil based product, your skin will get oily and then your skin will look greasy at the end of the day. So you want to make sure that you're using right kind of moisturizer, and this tip is applicable to no matter what the products you're using. So either it's your foundation, your concealer, or anything whatever you apply on your face, that should be for your skin type. And I use this moisturizer from Biopel, and if you guys have watched my previous video, you guys know that I have very sensitive acne prone skin. So when it comes to skincare, I only use medicated products. It's super lightweight. This one is from Biopel and it doesn't make my skin feel very oily. I just use a very little amount of it. And then next step is to use a sunscreen. I feel like using sunscreen is super important, especially now when sun rays are super harsh. You want to make sure that you are protecting your skin. So I use this one from Eltamed. This says that it's tinted, but since I'm brown I feel like it doesn't provide me any kind of coverage but does protect my skin from sun. I'm just taking a little bit of it, but for my whole face I take a full pump. So this is how the sunscreen looks like, and if I blend it, you can see this is leaving a little white overcast, but once you keep rubbing, this does get absorbed really nicely and doesn't make your skin look oily or greasy. I know a lot of people who absolutely hate using sunscreen on their face because they do not like how the skin feels afterwards. It feels very oily, and I can 100% relate to it. So you want to make sure that you're finding the right type of sunscreen which is suitable for your skin type. Definitely try Eltamed out because it's medicated, and if you have sensitive skin, it's really great. And they also have different kind of sunscreen, so you can definitely find one which is suitable for your skin type. The next step is primer, and I feel like primer is so important, especially if you are someone who have open pores or you have oily skin. Primer does help in keeping makeup on place. So I really love this one from Smashbox, and this one does such a good job in not making your face oily throughout the day. But if in case you are someone who has very beautiful skin, you are very young, I don't think you require the primer. If you are someone who is in your early 20s or late teens, I'm pretty sure your skin is great as it is and you do not need primer whatsoever. When it comes to makeup, less is more, because you can always start with less product and layer it on if you need to. But if in case you're starting with a lot of product in the beginning, you can't really do anything. Taking very little and then build it up if you need it, and rub it, apply on here where I feel like I get oily the most. I don't know if you can tell, this one blurs out the skin and it helps in controlling the oil. And you do not need to apply primer on all over your face. I feel like just focus on your problematic areas wherever you feel like you need a little extra TLC. So I asked you guys over Instagram about your concerns when it comes to makeup, and a lot of you have asked me about concealer, and I know it can get really tricky when it comes to concealer. And the number one tip which I can give you about concealer is to know about your concern, like why you're using a concealer, either to hide dark circles or for your acne scars, or if you have any zits, or if you go a little advanced, people use a concealer for highlighting purposes. But let's just focus on our dark circles and acne scars in this video. So personally for me, I do not have much dark circles, I can get away with it, but I do have acne scars, and for that I need a good quality concealer. So if you are someone with very prominent acne scars, or if you are someone with very busy lifestyle, you do not get enough sleep, or maybe you are a new mom who do not get any sleep, so you want to make sure that you are using right concealer. And please do not use a concealer which is way too lighter than your skin tone. I know that I'm saying opposite of what others tell you. I have seen a lot of people suggesting to use concealer which is lighter than their skin tone, but honestly, if you have dark circles and if you are using concealer which is way too lighter than your skin tone, that will get oxidized and your under eye area will start to look gray. So for that, you want to make sure that you are staying as close to your skin tone as possible. And even if you are choosing the concealer which is closer to your skin tone and still you are not 100% satisfied with how the concealer is concealing your dark circle, definitely recommend using a color corrector. I really like this one from Becca. It's in the shade medium to deep. As you can see, it's a peach corrector. It's not very red, so this helps if you are a beginner because you do not have to worry about blending it properly, because as you can see, it's peach and it does get blended. And even if you do not blend it properly, you will apply concealer on top of it, it does work. So I do not use a color corrector on daily basis, but I will just show you how to use it. So this product is a cream product and I will just use my fingers for that. As you can see, I took a very little bit of it and I will just go towards here like so, and I will just tap it so that it gets absorbed. And as you can see, I have used just a little bit of product and there is a lot of difference between these two eyes. And if you want to, you can definitely layer it up, but personally I do not recommend using a lot of product. I recommend using very less product but using a really high quality product which does what it says. So as you can see, this one definitely looks a little lighter than this already, and we'll go again with the concealer, and yeah, it's gonna look all nice and concealed. Again, color correcting is totally optional. Only use it if you feel like you need it, otherwise totally skip it. I generally do not use color correcting on the daily basis. I just use my concealer and I am good to go. So for concealer, I mix these two concealers. This one is Bare Minerals and the formula of this one is absolutely stunning. And as you can see, this concealer is a little darker but mixed with this one. This one is from NARS. This is their Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Biscuit. To be honest, you can totally use this on its own, but personally I love a concealer which is closer to my skin tone, so that is the reason why I mixed these two concealer. And since I'm talking about beginner friendly makeup here, you want to make sure that you are using a really high quality concealer, because we are using minimal products here and the foundation is totally optional if you don't feel like. And these two concealer are really high quality and they are full coverage. Yeah, like even if you are not using foundation, you can totally get away with it. So let me show you how this is on my skin, and this concealer is taking its last breath. I'm completely out of it. Let's see. Yeah, we can work with it today. Okay, so I will just use a little bit over here and over here. I'm using this concealer from NARS on top of it. This one is also taking its last breath. To blend everything, I am using this beauty blender. And if you are a beginner, again, a pro tip is to stay away from brushes, because brushes can get really tricky. And if you do not know how to work with brushes, you will not do a beautiful job in blending your makeup. So definitely recommend using beauty sponge. And another thing to keep in mind, that whenever you are using a sponge, use a hydrophilic sponge. And by that I mean any sponge, when it comes to contact with water, it gets doubled in the size hydrophobic. That means hydrophilic sponge. So as you can see over here, these two sponges are exactly the same. Only difference is that this one is damp and this one is dry. As you can see how this one got doubled into this. So how I like to use this one is just wet it and then take a clean towel, put it like this, press it once, and then when you feel like this is damp enough, it's not soaking wet, then you are good to go. So I'm just using the corner of this one and going through my concealer. Okay, and as you can see, the concealer underneath my eyes is totally nice and blended. And I will also apply concealer a little bit over here wherever I feel like I have little scars. Okay, now I'm gonna blend it. And you wanna make sure that you're using very light hands in a bouncy motion. And to be honest, when it comes to base, you can totally stop right here. But if you wanna make it a little extra, you can totally go ahead with any foundation which is suitable for your skin type. Really love using this foundation. This one is from Dior. I have recently discovered this and I'm obsessed. This is my second bottle. And the best part about this one is that it's super lightweight and it doesn't look cakey at all. So here is how the texture looks like. It's very lightweight, and I will just go like this, and as you can see, it's really lightweight, gives you the right amount of coverage, doesn't look cakey at all. With Beauty Blender, this one blends so beautifully. I know I'm taking a very little amount of it, but you can totally increase the amount if you feel like. But I feel like mixed with concealer and everything, this amount is totally enough. Okay, and you want to make sure that you are pressing the product inside, but at the same time you're not like pressing it in, because if you press it too hard, the product will get into the sponge, not on your skin. So you want to make sure that you're using very light and bouncy movements. Again, if you do not want to, you do not have to use foundation at all. That is the reason why we are using a full coverage concealer initially. And also I have another option. This is a BB cream from Jane Iredale, and I do not know why they call it BB cream, because I promise it is such a high coverage. I feel like it's a foundation, but no, it's a BB cream. And this one has SPF of 17. I have talked about my favorite foundations in my recent video. I'm gonna link it on screen so that you can go ahead and have a look. I have talked about 5 to 6 foundations in depth. So yeah, definitely check it out if you are in market to get a nice foundation for yourself. Okay, so let's just talk about powders. Powders can also get really tricky, and I highly recommend you using a compact powder if you are someone who is beginner, because with using loose powders like this, you can totally mess it up if you are not careful, because you can take quite a lot of powder and then it gets all powdery and dry and doesn't look nice. I just like to use this much and I will tap the excess. So as you can see, I have barely any powder on my brush. Only use the powder where I feel my skin gets oily, which is on my T-zone and little bit on my forehead. And I'll also go over my under eyes because I want the concealer to stay in place for a long period of time. And for some people, they also get oily over here, so you can lightly dust it over here. But highly recommend, if you are a beginner, definitely go ahead with a compact powder. One from Charlotte Tilbury is really nice. I'm gonna find few of the options and link it in my description box down below. I'm using from Hourglass Cosmetics. This one doesn't leave any kind of white overcast. If you are looking for any loose powder, definitely recommend this one, but if not, stick to your compact powder. Okay, now as you can see, my face is looking very flat, so let's just go ahead with blush. And again, a pro tip when it comes to makeup for beginners, stick to cream products. I feel like using cream products is much easier than using a powder product, because it's so easy to blend cream products as compared to the powder products. So for blush, I will be using this one today. I have talked about this one quite a lot of times. This one is from OG and stunning packaging, and this is the color. This is in the shade Rose Quartz. This is how the shade looks like. I have a few other options for you. This one is from Merit. This is a deep berry shade, and I have another one from Pixi. If you're looking for any drugstore option, I feel like Pixi is really great, and they have so many amazing colors as well. As you can see, they all are different, and if you are someone who is closer to my skin tone, these three look just amazing on skin. This one is the Pixi one, middle one is OG, and this is from Merit, and these three shades are absolutely beautiful. These all blend really really easily, as you can see. And yeah, definitely recommend using cream products if you are beginner, because it just makes your life easy. So you just want to go ahead and use a little bit, and also you want to make sure that you are applying the blush at the right place. And it can be different for everybody because everybody's face is different, the structure is different, bone structure is different. So for me, I have a very prominent bone structure over here, and then I really like to apply my blush going upwards, so something like this, and I'll just apply a little bit like so. To be honest, you can use your finger, so let me just use my finger, blend it, and show you how beautifully this blends. So I'm just going in upward direction like so, and as you can see, this is all nice and blended. Okay, so that is the best part about the cream products, that you do not have to worry about blending. If in case you are still doubtful, you can totally go ahead with your beauty blender. You can totally layer it up, but I personally love the light blush. So yeah, as you can see, we have blush on, and it's really lightweight and looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we are done with the blush. Moving on to bronzers. Again, bronzer is totally optional. You do not have to use it, but if in case you want to, I really love these two bronzers. This one is from Too Faced, this is in the shade Chocolate Soleil, and this one is from NARS, and this is in the shade Laguna. But if you want to, you can use bronzer with a big fluffy brush, and I feel like Real Techniques is a really nice brand. It's a nice affordable brand when it comes to brush, and I have been using this brush from past 5 years, and this is still going strong. Very little amount of it. I will see the bone, where I have the bone, which is over here. So I'll just take a little bit like that and go towards my blush, not in the downward direction. So it's barely noticeable, but then it does such a beautiful job in not making your face look flat. And again, bronzer is totally optional, but don't forget your blush, because I feel like blush does such a beautiful job in adding a little color to your face. And moving on to brows, I love this pencil from It Cosmetics, and I love the fact that this is universal. So no matter what brow shade you have, this will work for you. And this one has a spoolie on one side and product on another. So I just like to fill in my eyebrows with very light hands. I just focus on the tip over here, and everybody has their own way to do it. This is just how I like to do it. And little bit on front if I feel like. If you feel like you have nice threaded eyebrows, you do not need it. And then I'll just go over and brush. It's not threaded properly, so I have been struggling with them. But anyway, we'll work with it. Again, I have another product from Merit, and this is their brow pomade, and this is supposed to give volume to your brows. If you are someone who is into like bushy eyebrows look, you can definitely try this one. Totally optional again, but we want to make sure that you are using very less product, like close to zero. So just do it like that, and just go over your eyebrows like that. And if you feel like your eyebrow hair moves a lot, this one keeps everything in place. I generally do not use it. I don't even use eyebrow pencil on the daily basis. I'm using here just to show you guys how it is. And yeah, this is how this one looks like. And moving on to eyeshadow, again, I feel like if you are a beginner, that stuff is totally optional, because you don't want to go through the pain of blending the shadows together. But if you want, I have really nice option for you. You can use this one from Pixi. It's a stick shadow, so it's a cream product. Again, cream products are like really easy to work with. So this is how this stick looks. So you can barely notice it, but then it does add a really nice sheen to your lids, and you can totally blend it with your fingers. You do not need any additional brush. I feel like that helps. And a lot of brands are coming up with shadow sticks like this. You can go ahead and choose any shadow stick which you want. I really feel like a gold or champagne color is really great, because it just adds a nice sheen to your eyes without being overpowering, and it just gets blended very easily. Also, this stuff again is totally optional. You do not have to invest in it if you do not want to. You can also use your highlighter. I have two highlighters. One is from OG. It's a clear highlighter, and I feel like choosing clear highlighter is really really nice because it is not very blinding and it does the job of giving you a nice sheen which you need. Another one I have is from Merit. This is how the shade looks like, and as you can see, this one is clear and this has a little champagne, I would say champagne color to it. So let's just use this one today. I will just take a little bit on my fingers like so. Just go over my lid, focusing on the center part. Okay, so as you can see, this eye has a little sheen on it and this has no sheen whatsoever. This one still looks really natural but looks a little extra. So, and if you are using a product like this, you don't have to worry about blending. You can just use your fingers and call it a day. Again, highlighter on face is totally optional, but if you want to, you can use again your finger, going on the bone, like the high part, and just using my finger. And as you can see, this is so easy to blend and work with. It just melts into your skin and looks really nice. It's not blinding at all, but then it looks really nice, so I love that. And for mascara, you can use any mascara of your choice. And mascara is something which is very personal, and whatever works for me might not work for you. I really like this one from Too Faced. It's their Better Than Sex mascara and it is the best. Works really great for my lashes. It makes my lash really voluminous and also lifts them. I really like this one as well. This one looks really natural as compared to this one. This one makes your lashes dramatic, so I will use this today. So how to apply mascara the right way: start from the root and go towards the front like so. And as you can see the difference, this one looks really nice as compared to this one. And again, it's very personal. Some people like to apply mascara on their lower lash line. Some people don't like it. For me, it depends on my mood. If I feel like applying, I do that. Otherwise, I just skip it. So let's just apply it for the purpose of this video. So you want to be very careful when you are going towards your lower lash line, because you can totally mess it up if you are not careful. And even if you mess it up, don't worry, let it dry and then remove it using a spoolie like this one. And I promise it's so easier to remove your mascara that way. Otherwise, it will be a total mess. And about eyeliner, some people like to use eyeliner, some people don't like to use it. Personally, I love using dark brown eyeliner as compared to the black one. Like, you can totally use black one as well. But then I feel like if you want a natural look, the dark brown looks really great. This one is from Pixi Beauty. And then moving on to lipsticks, I have been loving lightweight lipsticks. So I have 4 lipsticks to share with you. If you are someone who loves tinted lip balm, you will love these lipsticks. So this one is from J. Nardal. It's in the shade Forever Pink. This is which I have right now. It's so moisturizing on lips and this one smells divine. So good. I love this one. Next up, I have this lip balm from NARS. Again, it's a tinted lip balm, but it is very moisturizing and doesn't leave your lips dry. And I hate those lipsticks which makes my lips dry. I feel like it's so uncomfortable, and yeah, it's not a good feeling. So I definitely recommend using these kind of lipsticks. This one is from Clarins and this is their water lip stain, and oh my god, this is pigmented. You just need a little bit of it and it stays put for long period of time. And the last one which I recently discovered is this one from Merit, tinted lip oil, and it is extra glowy. So if you are someone who loves very shiny lips, definitely recommend this one. And a lip liner which I want to show you is this one. This one is from NYX and this is in the shade Mahogany. And if you are someone who is closer to my skin tone, I definitely recommend this lip liner. I use this lip liner with all the 4 lipsticks and it looks absolutely stunning. You can use those lipstick on its own, but if you want to add a little something extra, definitely use the lip liner first. Okay, so I have this lip liner on and this is how this one looks like. Super pigmented and so comfortable on lip. And I want to show you this lip oil. This is absolutely stunning, especially for summer and spring. So pretty on lips. So this is the applicator and I love that it's a thick applicator, and apply it and I feel like it's so pretty. If you want your makeup to stay in place for a longer period of time, it's so important to set it. And for setting that, I love using this setting spray from Urban Decay. I don't even know how many bottles I have gone through. It's the best, really great, and keeps your makeup on. And you want to give it a moment and it gets dry. This just makes sure that your makeup is staying on place for a longer period of time. Okay, you guys, so this is how my final makeup turned out. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's super simple and it's very easy to recreate. And if you recreate this, please let me know in the comment section down below. And whatever product I talked about, I will list everything down in my description box, and I'll also link some alternatives. And I really hope whatever tips I shared in this video, you found them helpful. And if you have watched my previous makeup tutorials, you guys know that I keep talking about the same products again and again. It's because I genuinely love them and they work for my skin. And the last tip I want to share here is that take time and find the right product which work for your skin. I promise the whole experience of makeup will be pleasant. I personally believe on having quality over quantity, because even if the product is expensive and it works for your skin, you will be using it daily without complaints, and the whole experience will be very pleasant, as compared to if you are buying a lot of different products and it doesn't work for your skin. The whole experience is just awful, and then you end up wasting your money because at the end of the day you will not use those products. So definitely recommend taking time and finding right type of product. And also, let's be friends over Instagram. I share a lot of healthy mindset content about my favorite products and also some fashion content. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Cause I never had them before I met you. So scared you break my heart. I've never been a girl who is paranoid. Got feelings that I can't avoid. Don't know where I got them. I guess that's why they call them trust issues.